Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my 2021 Tesla Model S long range version, and we are on the last leg of a road trip. We're going to be driving from Ashland, Oregon, all the way down to Pleasanton, California. Should take about 5 hours. This is again the last leg of the road trip, so you can see a bunch of bugs on the front of the car. Overall, this car has just done an amazing job with the road trip. No complaints at all. Now the car is pretty packed, so any of you that are thinking of doing road trips in a Tesla Model S long range, this is going to be the right channel for you guys and the right video vlog for you guys. So overall, we've got the trunk completely packed. We've got 2 kids in the car, a mid-sized golden doodle, and 2 adults in the car. So overall, the car is fully loaded, ready to go. It's been a true champ on this road trip, so you can see how it's looking right now. I've been checking the PSI and the tires. Everything's looking really good. So overall, we're pretty excited about getting back on the road trip and getting home. You can see the car does need a good wash, but again, fully loaded here. And we're going to be using some of the full self-driving. We're going to be hitting a Supercharger today, so you guys can get all the facts and feeds related to charging, if that's a concern at all. Those of you that have a Tesla and have already gone on a road trip, you know how easy it is. And those of you that haven't and are considering a Tesla or another EV, I will tell you that Tesla makes it incredibly easy. So overall, that's kind of what you're looking at. So let's get started on this road trip. It should be a beautiful day. Should be in the mid 80s driving from Ashland all the way down. And we should have some great weather and great conversation and overall a wonderful time. So come join us. Okay, so you can see here, we're going again from Ashland all the way down to Pleasanton. It does have us stopping at one Supercharger in Corning, California, around 11:56, so almost 3 hours from now, and then we'll charge up and then get on the road and head into Pleasanton, where we live. So you can see it's pretty much Ashland's just over the border here. This is the Oregon California border right here, so it's just over the border. The first leg of this trip is actually going over Mount Shasta, which is pretty much on the border here and goes pretty much into California here. So we'll be kind of weaving in and out of there. And then when we it's pretty much this whole area here is Mount Shasta. You can see it comes down into here as well. But when we get down here, it's pretty much a straight draw the second half of the trip. So the straight draws tend to be a little boring, but it does allow us to kind of get some work done. My wife and I can go through a number of different tasks and get some work done. It's harder when you're weaving in and out of the road and internet's dropping in and out and everything, so it's harder to get some things done, but we should get some straight roads down in the second half of the trip here. So the first half, it's about 90 minutes of zigzagging and going through the mountain range here, and then it starts to even out quite a bit. So but as you can see here, we're going to hit Corning. And then this is pretty much a straight drive all the way down into here. And then we live over in this area over here in Pleasanton, all the way down there. So all the way, this is our final destination, that white dot there. And this is mostly a straight draw all the way down. So let's get this going. just got to Corning, California here at this small Supercharger. So we're gonna be charging up here and get back on the road. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different chargers here. It says we need about 35 to 40 minutes to charge. There is a Starbucks right over here. A couple other good restaurants around here, which should make it a lot nicer. There's actually a Taco Bell just down the street as well, all in walking distance. So pretty good spot for food. Again, kind of charging up here and getting the full needed charge that will take us there. So overall, again, the car's doing great. I'll give you guys a clip at the end of the video so you can see all the details. Let's go ahead and take a quick look though. We have about 180 miles left to get back home. So it's a little over, I think, 2.5 hours or so. Let's take a look here. Okay. So we are, 35 minutes. We're currently at 90% on the battery. It's good 86 degrees outside, and right now we're only getting 113 kilowatts. I think this is only a 150 kilowatt supercharger, I think. Yeah, 158 stalls. So that's part of the problem. 45 cents kilowatt hour. So not the best, but anyways, getting home, we should get home about 3 o'clock. It says about 3 o'clock today. And it says about 3 hours, 173 miles. So yeah, that's about what we're looking at to get home. All right, guys. Well, we will do a quick summary at the end of the charging and then get back on the road. Ready to get started again. So full battery, about 344 miles. Let's take a look at how much it was. Let's look at the charging. So $31.78. 45 cents a kilowatt hour. So anyways, that's kind of the outcome. So moving on here and getting ready, we've got about 173 miles, about 2.5 hours to get home. As you can see here, all the way down to Pleasanton. So that's going to be our route there. So let's get this going. My wife is happily taking a turn at driving here. So Charity, what do you think of the full self-driving here? How's it working for you?
I love it.
Yeah? Why do you like it so much?
Well, it's kind of relaxing. You just set your speed and then you kind of hold on to the yoke and just let the car do the job. I like how I'm not like nervous. Am I like center on the lane? Mm-hmm. Am I drifting off too much to the right or the left? I love how the car just does it for me. And then I think I have my own routine going on. I would have like my leg just over either like my foot right just over the brakes just in case.
Right.
Like I feel good about it. So I just have it kind of just hovering over. And same thing with my hands. And it just goes. I like how, I see space on the right and the guy in front of me is really slow. So I just put the signal on and the car just does it for me.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how you just hit the blinker and then it will move into that lane.
Yeah.
What do you think about like the braking and acceleration when it's in full self-driving?
It's perfect. I don't get complaints from my husband.
Yeah.
Who says that I'm doing this?
Yeah.
So, no, I love it. It's like probably one of the reasons why we want to stay with Tesla.
Uh-huh.
And not go Rivian.
You like the full self-driving then over anything else?
I do. I actually think it's very helpful. Like you're so relaxed. Like we were pulling out of the charging station, like the Supercharger, and then I'm not quite sure where it's gonna go. If it's gonna take, am I supposed to take this lane versus that lane to get onto the freeway?
Yeah.
And I just turn it on, and I just sat back and like put my hands on the yoke, and then let the car drive me, and it knows exactly where to go. Like it totally takes off that stress factor of, am I going the right way?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. And I feel like I'm one of those people that if I ride a bike and then I'm staring at the road long enough, like I feel like I'm steering too much to the left or to the right.
Uh-huh.
But like driving this, it's like super easy. I don't even have to think about that.
Yeah.
So
How do you think it differs from the side roads when we're around Pleasanton versus the highway like this? How's that different for you?
Not really any different. I feel like the side roads are pretty much the same in terms of like the car just gets it. The car gets, what lane or what line it needs to take. It sees everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think the challenge on the side roads is like I know exactly which road I want to take or which lane I want to be, and then I become picky. So I become a little bit impatient, and I'm like, no, this is a better way to do it. So I will disengage because that's my preferred route.
Right. So you actually think it's better on the highway?
Yeah.
Like when you're not in your home area because you just get particular about which route it takes.
And it's more like I just let the car take me because what are my other options?
Right.
Like we're all just heading that way.
Yeah.
Versus there's like a million options when you know exactly where you're going because you know that if I turn here then I'll skip some traffic that's potentially on the other side that Tesla's taking me to.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I like it a lot.
Cool.
Okay, well that is going to conclude our video. Overall, we drove from Ashland all the way down to California, Pleasanton. It was about, how many miles were we, honey?
356 miles.
356 miles. It took us about 5 hours. We had to charge once. I made the mistake of selecting a 150 kilowatt supercharger rather than a 250 kilowatt charger, so it did take us about 40 minutes to charge. Otherwise it would have been 25 minutes to charge maybe. Overall, great road trip. This might be the last road trip we take on this car. This is my 2021 Tesla Model S long range version, and we did lease this car, so there is a lease return scheduled for this car that we're going to be giving back at the end of June here. And today it's June 9th. So looking forward to our next EV. Haven't fully decided on it yet, but I will do a video on it, leaning towards a Tesla, mainly for the full self-driving, the supercharging network, and a few other boxes that Tesla's really the only one that's able to check. A lot of the other EV companies out there are starting to get better at it, but when it comes to full self-driving, comes to the supercharging network, it comes to a couple other things that our family really, really enjoys out of an EV, Tesla's really the only one that fits that bill. So we're still deciding, but I will do another video on that, and we'll probably have I'm going to do a video on the lease return, so you guys can see if any of you are leasing your cars or planning on getting into leasing a Tesla. It'll give you a little bit of an idea of what you need to do when you do a lease return. Part of that is through the mobile app, scheduling it, uploading some photos, and then also getting the car scheduled for return on a certain date that you've chosen. So overall, really enjoyed this car. I think it's the perfect balance between sport and kind of a GT cruiser. It's great for a family where we have 2 adults, 2 teenage kids, and we have a golden doodle midsize, and all pretty comfortable. We do have it fully loaded with bags in the trunk and in the front. We have bags and items, so the car's fully loaded, but it just was a champ all the way through. Probably my favorite road trip car ever, even over gasoline cars. It just handles everything so well, handles the roads well,
You can easily cruise at speed limit or go higher than the speed limit, but it just does such a great job. And when you mix in full self-driving, it makes it easier, makes it more enjoyable. The big screen on the Tesla also makes it easier to select, you know, if you want to stop and get a Starbucks, or you want to get you know, lunch at a certain place, it just makes it a lot easier. So overall, we've really enjoyed this car quite a bit, and look forward to future road trips in our new EV. So thanks a lot for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. If you guys have any questions at all, please put them in the comments below. Give a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos coming up. Thanks a lot, everyone.